Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let me greet everybody before I even get started. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me remove this real quick. Let me see who I have in the house. Shout out to everybody. Welcome, Rebecca. Welcome, welcome. Let me shout out my members first. Cash, Daisy, absolutely. Who else is here member-wise? Let's see. I thought I saw some Tamara. Welcome. Welcome, Tamara. Tamara's from Canada, guys. Tamara's from Canada. Welcome, welcome. But let me check my other subbies. Rebecca, welcome. Oh my God, Inquisitive, welcome. Shout out to you. Yes, I hate peas. Welcome. Jessica Chappies, welcome. Jessica Chappies, man, your name. I love the Chappies part. Shamina, welcome. Okay. Stephanie, all right, all right. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Trick Mama, I hope you're doing well. Hey, hey, all right. And yes, make sure that as you're coming in, you drop exactly where you're coming from, what side of the world. Look, you guys already know here. Hey, Promise, welcome. Perfect. Shout out to you. Yes, Shelly. Yes, everybody. Make sure you just never know. You might meet, somebody in the community that you guys. It's interesting to see how many states and different people that we have here. I love that, especially if you're international. Drop your flag. Always cool to see somebody international. Hey, TT. Hey, Cloud. Yeah, she said I made it to a nighttime live. Ooh, and I'm wide awake. Awesome for you. Yes, Jazz, Aaron. Yes, I love it, guys. Love it, love it. Okay, we have 79 people here so far. The Facebook group is like, I'm already hitting like, thank you, Facebook, or not the Facebook group, but the Facebook followers. Shout out to everybody from Facebook if you're watching that. Oh, cool. Look at that. She's from the Bay Area. Estás en el Chaparral. All right, girl. Do your thing. Just Kimmy, welcome. Aquarius. Okay. All right. Homestead, welcome. All right. Everybody. Look at the load. We have a lot of Texans in this chat. I don't know why. Last time we had like 7 or 8 of them. Shout out to everybody. Yes. And hit that like button as we're here. Now, you guys know I have to ask you. I have to ask you. I did see it and it was very heartbreaking. We're going to get into that in a minute. But I have to ask you guys to help me set a like goal. Um, I asked my subs and my members to help me out with that. Thank you, Daisy, because it kind of helps me stay accountable. Number one, to making sure that I ask for a like. Okay, because I tend to just kind of go, guys. So if you guys can put it in the chat, we got 97 people here. How many likes should we set this live for? Let me know, because it helps me in the algorithm. It is what it is. Thank you. Hey, Jessica, welcome. Shout out to everybody from Detroit. I was number 13. Oh, were you? Okay, well, so far I have 27 that I'm looking at, but wait, let me see. Let me refresh my thing. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. So far I have 53. Okay, well, it's looking we have 102 in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. AP, I think you are awesome. And yes, why don't we make the like goal? Look at Tamara's like, look, I'm aiming high, 100. Well, can we get, I'd be happy if we get to 75, but if we get to 100, I'm awesome. I would love it. I would love it if we get to 100 though. Thank you guys. Okay, guys. We're gonna talk about Athena, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this is just heartbreaking. Shout out to Ikmel, Ikmel. Well, we have to have 250 people in this here. But we have the arrest warrant here. Okay, as soon as I can add it to the stream. Oop, as soon as I can add it to the stream, here it is, guys. And we're gonna read it. I'm gonna tell you guys something. It is anything pertaining to kids is very hard for me to cover sometimes. As a parent myself, I know I have a lot of parents here, and if you're not a parent, then I know that this is a crime that can get to just about anybody. Okay. Yes, the conference was today. We're gonna watch a little bit of that. What really, I'm gonna tell you guys, what really got to me about that conference was when they put the um the delivery box out there. And I don't know, like it just got to me when I saw that delivery box out there with the Barbie set. Mm, it just got to me. Yeah, the package. Stephanie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Welcome, Apricot. Welcome, guys. Miss Daly's welcome, my love. Oh man, I must be really big in your 65-inch TV. Yo, I'm on TV. That's crazy. Um, it was rough. So I'm telling you guys right now, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough to read. Um, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I didn't like see that. Hey, Ebony Eyes, welcome. So let's go ahead and read this. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments as we're reviewing this. Let me get this banner down because I know it's like blocking my half of my head here. But yeah. Hey, Cindy, welcome. Yes, and as you're coming in, please don't forget to hit the like button. It definitely helps us out. Thank you, Lady Webs. Thank you. Yes. Okay. I got my water, so we're gonna start this reading, and we're gonna just get going. So we have a copy of the arrest warrant. Okay. This is what it looks like, okay, for aggravated kidnapping facilitated under the penal code is there for the penal code is there, first degree felony. Okay. Um, let's start by reading into the paragraph here. It says, before me, the undersigned authority on this day personally appeared the undersigned affiant, who, after being by me duty sworn under oath, and says that Tanner Lynn Horner, white male, okay, has his date of birth, hereinafter styled defendant, on or about the 30th of November 2022, and before making a filing of this complaint in County of Wise of the state of Texas, did then and there knowingly and intentionally committed the offense of aggravated kidnapping facilitated and then and there with the intent to facilitate the commission of a felony, namely capital murder, intentionally and knowingly abducted Athena Presley Strand, okay, hereafter styled the complaint by restricting the movements of the complainant without her consent so as to um, interfere substantially with her liberty by moving her from one place to another with the intent to prevent her liberation, by secreting or holding her in a place where she was not likely to be found, a violation of Texas Penal Code. And the violation of that penal code is there. Okay. And I'm going to take some breaks as I'm reading this because it's pretty intense. Um, I'm going to zoom in so you guys can follow as well. And hopefully you guys can see that in there as well, and let me know, okay? And if I'm going too fast, let me know that as well. Welcome everybody, okay? If you're coming in, make sure you hit that like button. It is too much. All right, let's keep going. Your affiant, Investigator J. Oliver, is a peace officer licensed by the state of Texas and has been so for approximately 11 years. Affiant is employed as a deputy sheriff by the Wise County Sheriff's Office and is assigned to the Criminal Investigations Division. Your affiant has reason to believe and does believe the defendant committed the offense alleged herein because on Wednesday, November 30th, 2022 at approximately 1841 hours, Elizabeth Ashley Strand called 911. The call was answered by the Wise County Sheriff's Office communication. Elizabeth reported that her 7-year-old stepdaughter, Athena Presley Strand, had reportedly vanished from her residence, and it's listing the residence address. We're not going to read that here. Deputies were dispatched to the address. Deputies arrived at approximately 1856 hours, followed shortly after by numerous deputies, fire department, and EMS personnel. First responders began diligently searching for Athena in the near freezing temperatures. Paragraph 2. Deputies spoke with the original reporting party, Athena's stepmom, Elizabeth. Elizabeth explained to deputies that she had last seen Athena inside the converted storage shed Athena and her stepsister were temporarily using as a bedroom slash living quarters while Athena's father, Jacob, renovated the main residence, okay, next to the storage shed. It should be noted that the main residence is the smaller of the residences and larger residence is abandoned. Elizabeth stated that she had last seen Athena at around 17:45 hours on the same day of November 30th of 2022, when Elizabeth had left Athena inside the shed bedroom and told her to sort through her dirty clothes for laundry. Elizabeth then went back into the main residence and started making dinner. Around 20 to 30 minutes later, Elizabeth went back outside to Athena's room to tell her dinner was ready, but Athena was gone. Elizabeth looked inside the room, but did not notice anything suspicious or apparently different or out of place inside the room since she had last seen Athena in there. Elizabeth immediately began looking around the property for Athena. At approximately 18:22 hours, Elizabeth called her sister brother-in-law, who lived on the adjacent property next to Elizabeth and Athena, and asked if Athena was over at their residence. They told Elizabeth that Athena was not over there, and they began looking for Athena themselves. Elizabeth then called her husband Jacob, Athena's father, who was currently driving with his father to a hunting lease near San Antonio, and told him Athena was missing. Jacob then told Elizabeth to call 911. Elizabeth could not think of any place and or person Athena would try to run slash walk slash run away from the property to, nor did Elizabeth know of any particular location on or around the property Athena would try to hide at. Houston also spoke with Jacob, who confirmed he and his father were driving to a hunting lease when Elizabeth called to tell him she could not find Athena. So Jacob and his father immediately turned around and drove back to the property, arriving after deputies. All right, that is paragraph number 2, listing the details as to what happened. Okay, just letting you guys know. That is the second paragraph. It's a pretty lengthy paragraph, giving us some ideas. There was a main residence and a secondary residence, one of which was adjacent. So people are aware, right, Cash? Shout out to you, Cash. So you guys are aware what we're reading and what is going on. Yes. All right. So that's pretty, it's a lot. Let me make sure I take a drink of water real quick, guys. 1 second. Yeah. Yes. No worries, Chica. Welcome. Okay, let's begin to paragraph 3, and it's pretty much sentence 3. An extensive search of the area was conducted overnight, the following morning, and following day. Athena was not located. Sentence 4. Through the course of the investigation, it was learned that FedEx had delivered a package to the residence during the time Athena went missing. Sentence 5. Through further investigation, it was found that the company Big Topspin was the contracting company delivering packages for FedEx. Paragraph 6. Investigators were able to work with employee from Big Topspin to determine which van and driver had made the delivery. Investigators also learned the van was equipped with video equipment, which was run by a third-party vendor. I think how do you say that? Is it Velocro? Velocro? That's gonna bug me. Okay, Velocro was, and if you guys know how to say it, let me know. I think it's the C that's throwing me off. Was able to provide video from the truck that delivered the package. The video consists of a 1-minute clip. An FBI employee was able to view the video. The FBI employee found that the driver had taken a young girl who was visibly similar to Athena in his van. The driver was seen on the video talking to her in the van. Thank you. It talks, baby girl. Yes, it's numerical detail to every sentence. Thank you, Annalise. You said velocitter. Thank you, my love. I was like struggling. Thank you. So this is paragraph 6, guys. I'm telling you, I know we're parents in here. Even reading this is kind of getting to me. Okay. Hey, Haley, welcome. Guys, I'm sitting here and I'm like, paragraph 6. It's too much. Thank you again, Annalise, for helping me with that. Let me go back again a little bit to paragraph 6, okay, and reread that part. Velocitor was able to provide video from the truck that delivered the package. The video consists of a one minute clips. An FBI employee was able to view the video. The FBI employee found that the driver had taken a young girl who was visibly similar to Athena in his van. The driver was seen on the video talking to her in the van. This paragraph 6 right here is just like, so it's a little too much, especially when they said that it consists of 1 minute clips. So how many 1 minute clips did they see? Was it just one? More than one? Ooh. Yes, if needed, please protect your mental health, period. Yeah, yeah, period, right? It sucks, baby girl. Yeah, I'm reading. Yeah, anything. This is really, really hard. For sure. Okay, let's you guys ready for paragraph 7? And I want to kind of do it with everybody here because like I said, I'm a parent and I know we got a lot of parents here. Anything pertaining like this to children just kind of gets to me. I'm letting you guys know. Okay, number 7, the driver of the van was identified as defendant Tanner Lynn Horner. Okay. 8, the van was identified as the white in color 2019 GMC box van with the marking FedEx on the side, displaying Texas license plate. Okay, so we have the full license plate and VIN number and who it's registered to in there on paragraph 8. Number 9. Um, Investigators located the defendant. The defendant stated to investigator Joseph Oliver and Texas Ranger Job Espinosa that he had taken Athena. The defendant stated to investigators that she was deceased. The defendant stated when he was backing up in his FedEx truck, he accidentally hit Athena with the truck, but she was not seriously injured. The defendant stated he panicked and put Athena in the van. Paragraph 10. Investigators transported the defendant to the Wise County Sheriff's Office. The defendant was read his Miranda warning. Ranger Espinosa and investigator Oliver interviewed the defendant. The defendant stated when he was backing up in his FedEx truck, he accidentally hit Athena with the truck, but she was not seriously injured. He panicked, put her in the van. The defendant stated Athena was alive at that time, talking to him, and told him her name was Athena. The defendant stated he attempted to break Athena's neck to kill her. The defendant stated when he attempted to break Athena's neck, it did not work, so he strangled with his bare hands in the back of the FedEx van. Yeah, trigger warning. Please protect your mental health. This is, yeah. Yes. I'm reading it in breaks, guys, because this is really like You guys don't even know how this gets to my throat. I feel it in my throat. I feel it in my hands. I just want to go hug my kids when I read shit like this. I'm telling you. Mm, it's just sick. Okay. Let's continue. Yes, please. A trigger warning. Your mental health is important. Um, okay. All right. Number 11. Here I am. Okay. All right. During the course of the interview, the defendant again stated he strangled Athena because she was going to tell her father about being hit by the FedEx truck the defendant was operating. Number 12. Investigators asked the defendant if he would be willing to take them to where he put Athena's body. The defendant stated he would and directed the investigators, and the address is listed to where her body was found, where investigators observed the deceased body of whom the defendant stated was Athena in the water. 13. The defendant was transported to the Wise County Sheriff's Office without incident. Wherefore, premise considered by your affiant respectfully request that a warrant for arrest Tanner Lynn Horner to answer to capital felony offense of aggravated kidnapping facilitated in accordance with the state of Texas. And this was signed today, 3 pages of it. Don't ask me to read this again because I don't think I can. I don't think I can, guys. It's just like my hands are shaking right now. My hands are shaking. I'm telling you. My hands are shaking. I'm glad that he's behind bars because I would have done it my own self. I'll tell you guys that right now. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna let me do this, okay? Because it's a lot, and I'm all about mental health and making sure that we're okay. Yeah. Um, let's do a little commercial break. We're going to go into the conference, okay? Yes, and please sound off in the comments. Please note that this is a very tough topic. Your mental health is important, period. But let's go ahead and do a break so that I can find this clip and wind down and just breathe as we just got done reading that disgusting arrest warrant. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Yes, and like It Talks Baby Girl says, please, please protect your mental health. It's okay to step away if you need to. Seriously, it's okay. Absolutely. You will not hurt my feelings if you say today is not the content that I want to hear, right? Because, sometimes, especially when you're covering true crime, you cover these just intense cases and stuff like that. And it's like, it's okay to say, I can't. Cinema Shogun, shout out to him. He said something, and I thought it was very good. He said, people were asking him to cover this case. And he said in one of his videos, he said, you know what? I haven't gotten to the rhythm of covering true crime, even though people are asking me, like, how do you approach that and then also take care of your mental health, right? I'm always like amazed by those content creators that are trying to bring awareness and drive their content to a really good area. But how do you hold yourself mentally, right? And so for me, it's like, especially when it comes to kids, it's a little bit different, because I'm a parent, because kids don't deserve this kind of treatment. It is ridiculous, man. It's too, yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes. So yeah, I'm beyond pissed. That's why I said, guys, I cannot read that thing again. I just can't, and I don't want to read it anymore. It like literally hurt my stomach. Yes, thank you guys. Yes, all right. Let's look at this conference. Excuse me, press conference that they had today, which I thought was it was a little bit. I think what gets to me is seeing. Do you guys see that Barbie box right there? Okay, let me see if I can like put myself smaller. Right here. Okay. This was the package. They're Barbie dolls, right? It gets to me. You see the Walmart box right there. It's like walmart.com, and then you see the Barbies right there. Like this is what baby girl was going to go get her box for. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, this hits a little bit different for me, guys. Um okay. Let's watch.
First, I want to thank everyone for being here. You being here, not just the media, but the community, helps us ensure that Athena Strand's name is never forgotten. Maitland Gandy is Athena Strand's mother. She has some prepared remarks that she's going to give this morning, and I don't want to delay that. I'm going to go ahead and invite Maitland to come up and share her remarks with you.
Good morning, and thank you all for being here. My name is Maitland, and I'm the mommy of Athena Presley Monroe Strand. On November 30th, a FedEx delivery man drove onto Athena's father's property to deliver a package of what was supposed to be a Christmas present for our daughter. This is the package, and it's the first time I'm seeing it. The package is containing You Can Be Anything Barbies. Athena was robbed of the opportunity to grow up to be anything she wanted to be. And this present, ordered out of innocence and love, is one she will never receive. Athena's favorite holiday was Christmas, as it is for many children everywhere. The joy Athena gave her family and the joy she felt on Christmas is something we will never feel with her again. That delivery driver admitting to kidnapping and killing my innocent, free-spirited 7-year-old daughter on Friday, December 2nd. At the time of Athena's abduction, she was staying with her stepmother and father in Paradise, Texas, doing what kids do. Playing within the bounds of her father's property on the same land he grew up and played on, the same land that for 20 or more years he, his siblings, and all of his friends had been safe. I was supposed to bring Athena back home to Oklahoma after Christmas break. Now instead, Athena will be cremated. And she will come home in an urn because I'm not anywhere close to being ready to let my baby go. I'm sorry. I will never see her bright blue eyes or her ornery smile again. I will never be able to hear her say, "I love you, Mommy." I will never be able to do her hair again or to hold her while she sleeps. I was robbed of watching her grow up by a man that everyone was supposed to be able to trust, to do just one simple task: deliver a Christmas present and leave. Tomorrow will be the last time I get to see my baby. After tomorrow, when the silence sets in, Athena's family, including her 3 young sisters, will start the journey of all of the first without her. Her little sister's 3rd birthday, then my 27th birthday, our Christmas Eve tradition, the first time in 7 years of not hearing and seeing the excitement of Athena opening gifts from Santa and Sissy. I ask everyone to hold your littles just a little tighter for me. I want to take a moment to thank the community for the outpouring of love and support. From the moment Athena went missing, this community flew into action, and they have not stopped. I have felt your prayers, I have read your messages and your letters, and I see your pink everywhere. There are no words to express how thankful I am for the first responders, law enforcement and responding agencies, volunteers, churches, businesses, and all those I may have failed to list. I'm also grateful to the media for helping to keep Athena's story alive. I want everyone to know Athena. She was an amazing little girl who loved dancing, singing, and all animals: dogs, cats, horses, lizards, and chinchillas. She also loved school and all of her friends in the first grade who are now also struggling with her senseless murder. Athena also loved flowers, but she was also not afraid to get down in the mud with the boys. She was her father's daughter. I noted that Athena's death will not be in vain. I will spend the rest of my life fighting for her so that no other family will endure such unbearable pain and grief.
Lord have mercy, man. I can't. Yo. Uh, this is like, yo, and then reading that arrest warrant was just like, I can't, you guys. This is just too much, yo. And she was out there getting her gifts, the gift that she's never gonna get to open for Christmas. Like, this is crazy. Wow. Hey, Flash in your pan, welcome. I don't know how I'm like, yo, that I could never do what she's so brave. Like, but I know she must be hurting inside, guys. Yeah, I saw his attorney. Shout out to that attorney, yo. He went up there and he was like, I'm here. You know, I'm going to answer. Luckily, she gave her statement and she was able to walk away. This is what I'm saying. I mean, flash in your pen. You have grandchildren. Look, my children. I'm sorry, you guys, but it's going to be 2 capital murders. It'll be what he did and then what I'm about to do to somebody. Like, that's really where I'm at. You can, I just don't know how she has the strength.
That a monster attempted to take Athena's voice, but we are her voice. Screening and hiring policies must be put into place so that monsters wearing delivery uniforms don't show up on our children's doorsteps. Please help keep Athena's light shining. Thank you.
Thank you once again for being here. I know you have a lot of questions. My goal today is to first thank the community for all the efforts that were made to look for Athena, to law enforcement, to the district attorney's office who have already been in communication with us and have offered their support and cooperation as we move forward. Thank you for being here to keep Athena's name alive and to help remember her for who she is. I'm going to set out some parameters for the questions that I'll be accepting, understanding that we are still in the investigation phase. I'm not going to comment on alleged facts or possible underlying facts, but I'm happy to answer general questions about where we are, what we're doing, what we hope to do moving forward. So with that, I'll open it up to questions.
How do you plan on holding FedEx accountable for what happened to Athena?
We're investigating not just what FedEx's responsibility might have been, but anyone else who was involved in the decisions that were made that led to this tragic loss.
What do you guys think is, somebody asked, right, in the crowd, who said, how are you guys holding FedEx responsible to this? Do you guys think, in your opinion, okay, and I know it's a lot to just kind of consume, how is FedEx liable to any of this? Because it sounds like it was a lot of third party, and this man doesn't have, like, say, a criminal history. He hadn't been charged with anything in his past to say that they bypassed something. But yeah, contract companies going big. I'm just kind of curious to know how that would impact. It talks baby girl. I'm kind of curious to know your thoughts because I know you're really good at this area to kind of answer some of these questions there. I didn't think that they were. But even if they did background checks, Becky Boo, even if they did background checks, he doesn't have any charges. There's victims that are coming out of this man that have said that they've been SA'd by him. So, but they've never really been charged for anything. Absolutely. Yes, thank you, Miss Dailies. Thank you. But he doesn't, even if they did a background check, Miss Angie, like, he doesn't have anything in his background. They never report it. Well, I mean, they can catch a suit and settle out of court. Right, but wouldn't there have to be some kind of wrongdoing? Like, I'm just trying to figure out on FedEx part, not this mother sucker. Like, we already know what he did. You know, he can burn in hell. If he was hired third party, it's the third party's responsibility for the background check. Right. But people had been pulling his background and nothing had shown that he had any type of like past stuff. I think the only thing that they found was like financial stuff, but that's it. Yeah, he didn't have a there's no way to show it on FedEx. Could have ever known he was a monster. I don't think FedEx is liable, but there may be some other people. He needs to pay eye for an eye. Right, and he did it in the right state. Shout out to all the people from Texas. How many Texans did we have yesterday or the day before? 8? All these subs. Shout out to the people in Texas. You know how to do it right. You know what you're going to do. Shh, please.
By doing a thorough investigation, cooperating with law enforcement, we will uncover every person who is responsible through their actions or inactions for the tragedy that happened.
So you outline what your investigation consists of?
I'm going to go here and then come here. I'm not going to, at this point, include or exclude anyone from being the possible target of a lawsuit. The ultimate goal here is to ensure that no parent or grandparent or family member feels the loss that Maitland's going through right now. That's our ultimate goal. So wherever that investigation takes us and whoever we find responsible are people that are going to have to face a reckoning. Yes, sir.
What are the steps of your investigation? What are you doing?
Well, we've been working around the clock since Maitland hired us on essentially Sunday night, Monday morning. I have an investigator here. He's here present with us today. He's from Wise County, and we're essentially leaving no stone unturned in looking at all the decisions that had to have happened before this tragedy occurred. I'm asking the community to contact us if they have pieces of information that might be helpful. So for example, if there's someone that worked at FedEx or with this contracting company, we would love to hear from you. If you're someone who knows the defendant, we would love to hear from you. On our website, which is versusinjury.com, we have a page which is /answers for Athena. And you can also reach us at answers for Athena at versusinjury.com with any leads that you might have. The main number to our law firm is 817-203-2220. And we are encouraging anyone who might have information, even if it is something that you might think is minor. You received a package that day from FedEx and you're a neighbor and you believed it was the same person who dropped off a package. We want to hear from you. There's no lead that's too small for us to look into.
Benson, have you heard from FedEx? Has the family heard from FedEx? And what has been said to them so far?
FedEx did reach out, of course, to offer their condolences. It was a pretty preliminary conversation. Any further conversation, of course, will be through our office.
I know you mentioned working with somebody in Wise County. How closely are you working with the Sheriff's Office and public safety, FBI,
We've already talked to a number of different individuals. Everyone has been, first of all, thrilled that my law firm is here because they know what we bring to the table and what we will bring to bear for the parties who are involved with this. All of them have offered their support, including the district attorney's office, including the sheriff's office. I've talked to a federal agent who was part of the investigation. So we will be working with and have experience working with everyone who was involved with this investigation. And we are absolutely thankful for the work that they've done so far.
Benson, yesterday, Sheriff told me that you plan to seek the death penalty. Give me your personal reaction to that.
I'm not at all surprised. That's what this community demands. You know, when you have the loss of a young child, of innocence, this community is not going to accept anything less than that. So I wholeheartedly agree with the decision that's being made. I'm sure the district attorney was involved with that. It's a huge commitment to say that you're seeking the death penalty. It's not a small undertaking. So
it's a huge commitment to say that you're seeking the death penalty. You look at all my Texans. Look at all my Texans in the chat. Shout out to you guys. Okay? Shout out to you guys. I'm just saying, like, yo, this is to cut a baby girl 7 years old. You know, it's different when, and not to say that it's any better, you know, but take me out. Don't take my kids out. Take me out any day. You know, I'll take one for my kids any day. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. But you're 7, she was a baby. Hadn't even lived her whole life yet. Ugh. Anyways, I'm sorry. This just gets to me.
they are doing what this community wants, and it is undoubtedly appreciated by everyone in this community, and certainly Maitland and the family.
In many cases, law enforcement consults with the victim's family about seeking the death penalty. Did that happen in this case?
So the district attorney's office has been communicating through us and has reached out. They are also being very mindful that Maitland is in the middle of a mourning period. So they are doing everything that they can to both be respectful, but also to respect both the wishes of the family as well as the community. There's a question.
Justin, can you comment more about this package? So this is the exact package that was dropped off. This is not considered a piece of evidence that the White County Sheriff's Department used to have or anything like that.
This is the exact package that was dropped off, and these Barbies were intended for Athena. This was going to be part of her Christmas present. That's the very box that was dropped off at the doorstep. And as you ask yourself, is that a piece of evidence? I can certainly tell you this is not a fingerprint case. Okay, this is not a case where law enforcement needs that box to prove their case or pull anything from it.
That was meant for her. Those Barbies, yo, that was her. That was supposed to be her gift. That box, the Barbies. Mm-mm.
Are you saying you are certain or not certain that the suspect delivered this package?
Well, I'm not going to comment on what I understand the facts to be or what the alleged facts might be. I can tell you this is the package that was delivered to the residence on the date that she was abducted.
Vincent, obviously, this is a huge civil liability. How soon, or is there a timeline when you might take civil action at all?
Maitland's goal and my goal ultimately is to affect change. We don't want another family to feel this kind of loss. So we're going to look for anyone who might be responsible. We're not in a rush. Okay. As we investigate, we put people that we think might be responsible on notice, and those letters have already started going out to say things like, you have to preserve the evidence related to this investigation. But we are not in a rush to file a lawsuit. We want a thorough investigation to be completed. We are part of that investigation. We conduct our own independent investigation. And ultimately, wherever that investigation leads us, if it leads us to filing a lawsuit to affect the change that we hope to affect, then that's what we're going to do.
How many legal notices have your office?
We have sent out 3 notices so far. I'd rather not just yet.
What's next?
Our investigation continues. We have a list of witnesses we hope to speak to. We have a thorough plan for our investigation moving forward, but I anticipate, particularly after this press conference, that we're going to get more leads, and we're going to want to follow up on all of those leads to complete, again, a very thorough investigation. We'll also be working closely with law enforcement and certainly the district attorney's office to make sure we have everything that we need to know, and of course, it's a two-way street. Anything we learn that might be beneficial to them, we're certainly going to share with them. Other questions?
Thank you so much, Diamond Cutter, for the $5. NBC. Companies can do backgrounds, but also can't discriminate. It is a lose-lose for them with regards to liability. This could be any employee of any company. Scary but reality. Sweet, rest in peace, sweet Athena. And thank you, she says. Diamond Cutter says, love you, Mama Rabbit. Thank you, my love. I love you too. You guys are so awesome. Let me tell you what I love. Like, even though this topic is so heavy, and I'm like, whew, sorry, you guys, because this shit, the reading that paperwork was just a little too much for me. Thank you guys. Even though reading that was so tough, I mean, I don't see anybody here trolling. I don't see anybody trying to be funny about this or make fun of somebody or anything like that. I want to thank you guys for that, right? Because I see a level of support of each other here, knowing that we're all parents, and if you're not a parent, you don't want something like this to happen to any parent or a caregiver or anything. So I appreciate you guys for being so supportive of each other here in the chat. You don't see that a lot in a lot of lives or in a lot of chats. So thank you for doing that, for conducting yourself that way. And thank you guys for excuse me, I see I'm getting all like emotional. This is like a lot. I've seen a lot in the field that I've been in, guys, a lot. And it always kind of anything pertaining to kids. And I've said that before. I'm like, I have so much PTSD. If I could tell you half of the stories that half of what I've seen, and I don't want to because it's traumatizing. I have secondary post-traumatic, trauma from that. It's secondary for me, as a former, social worker in the field and stuff. So I've seen a lot. Yes, the vibe is different here, and hopefully it's a good vibe. Hopefully it's supportive and everything. But that is, I wanted to come up here and read the arrest warrant. Okay. Let's hold that family in prayer. I can only imagine what this is like. Hug your your kids, yo. Hug your kids before they go to bed. You know, you just never know. You never know. And take extra precautions. This is how we have to do it here. You can't trust anybody. I mean, this is a baby girl that is not here for Christmas, unfortunately. And we will see kind of how things play out in court and everything. Yes, thank you, guys. Yes, hug your grandchildren, your children, anybody that you take care of. Hug them, man, because you just never know. You never know. Period. Thank you. Yes, and I would hope. And shout out to my all my members, guys, and all my mods in here. Shout out to you guys for showing support and letting me take my time as I'm reading that, because I swear I felt it in my throat. I was like, I think I'm gonna break down a little bit. And I don't want to. So thank you. Thank you, Erika. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, guys, before we get out, I don't want to just leave you like that. Okay. Can we, I want to switch a little bit. Let me do some rabbit twerking. Let me, what do I tell you guys every time that, things get a little too hard? What is it that I usually say? What I've said it before and I'll say it again. Okay. Because this is just how we have to do it here.
Time to put that phone down. Time to put that phone down.
Time to put that phone down. Put it away. Spend some time with your kids. Do what you got to do. Get off of YouTube. Get off of social media. Go watch something that's not related to true crime, because it always helps, right? Let me go ahead and do some rabbit twerking for all the people that super chatted me. Thank you guys so much. And also for our new members, because I think we have some new members as well. Absolutely. And I love your comment. Denise says, remember to take life a little slower, love a lot more, and stay safe. And all have a blessings and have a great night, guys. That's what we got to do. Well, anyways, I want to shout everybody out. I have to head out, but I will be back tomorrow. I got some other commentary going on tomorrow on Shanquella Robinson. Make sure you guys join us. We're going to do a review on the forensic medical examiner in that interview. Make sure you guys check out Danny Robertson's channel. We're going to bring some of that and do some commentary here to bring more awareness to the situation. All right, guys, I'm out. You guys have a great rest of your night. And remember, hug your loved ones. Hug them tight. Even your critters, pets, whatever. Hug them tight. Bye, guys. Have a great night.